Welcome back. Move-in days are going down for colleges here in the islands, and joining us now with some tips on how to keep the dorm nice and keep it clean is Shaolin Lo, the owner of Studio Shaolin. Aloha and good morning, Shaolin. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So move-in day, a lot of stress for students. They're
Yes.
just like kind of getting away from mom and dad, especially if they're freshmen. I remember I got like sheets from Walmart that I couldn't sleep in, so it was like 2 weeks of just misery, not being able to sleep. But you got some tips to help save us from those sort of situations. So first question is, what's the best way to decorate your dorm?
So I think when you're young, the best part about being young is you can go crazy. So patterns, textures, colors, like have fun with it. You don't need to be a grown-up just yet, so really go for it. I remember in my college dorm, I swear I had like a kid's duvet that had like a cute little poem on it and like a fairy. I'm not kidding. So I think you can get away with anything, so you can have a lot of fun. For me, the best way to make something feel cozy is a rug under your feet, a cute throw pillow, a little vase on your desk, just things that will make you feel like you're at home, things that resonate with you. If you can connect with your roommate and you guys can do a cohesive look together, I think that's always amazing to do. But really, it's going to be your home away from home, where you're studying. So make sure it's your vibe and you feel happy when you come into it.
Yeah, it's so important. You're an interior designer. You know all about that, but also you know about keeping things clean. How do you keep sanitary, especially these kids getting out onto their own for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so important to wash your sheets. I don't know if everyone knows that in hot water, right? Like, I didn't know that coming out from my own home.
I didn't either.
No idea. Washing your sheets. I also think having different shoes, right? So we're all used to being barefoot all the time, but in a dorm, it can be so yucky. So I think having separate shoes to go into maybe the common areas and then keeping your room separate from that, I think that's always a great idea as well.
Yeah, I remember getting those cheap locals to go, common area, get some locals for the showers, all that different stuff.
And then of course like antibacterial wipes, all of the things. Yeah,
that's a very good idea. You know, you talked about laundry and cleaning your sheets. I remember I didn't put my dry cycle on my first laundry that, again, you know, out on your own.
Right.
I didn't do it long enough, and everything, I just told Sarah about this, everything came out with that musky, like moldy smell, so I smelled like that for a couple weeks. Yeah. Not great, so that's a good tip too. Yeah, make sure you dry your clothes if you're gonna wash them too.
Yes, for sure.
And then storing clothing. You know, limited space a lot of times in a dorm room. How do you store clothing?
My favorite way to store clothing is on risers. So lifting that bed up, kind of squeezing as much as you can. Always using vacuum seal bags. I mean, here we don't have different seasons, but I went to school on the mainland and I had different seasons, so I had winter and fall. So I think if you're here, you're lucky because you can kind of wear the same thing year round, but using vacuum bags to seal things that you're not gonna wear all the time. I love a good like shoe organizer behind the door, just anything, or even things behind, you know, extra closet doors, anything you can maximize the space is always great to have as well.
Yeah, maximizing that space because it is cramped space. And you got a roommate a lot of times with you, so.
And also my favorite tip is smell is so important. Use the diffuser, essential oils. That's a great antibacterial as well, and it also helps to smell good.
Yeah, a lot of girls will do that. Tip boys, hey. Use the diffuser, okay?
We're for the boys.
Hey, I know how we are, right? I've been around our teenage selves, like it's not pretty sometimes.
Yes,
so definitely. Diffusers can definitely help.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Shaolin, thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us all these tips.
Yes. Enjoy, everyone. You're moving.